Bitcoin just flashed a very rare buy signal. At the same time, we see the S&P 500 correcting. We see the dollar potentially topping out. Markets are feeling a bit uncertain about what the Federal Reserve might announce at their big meeting later this week. In today's video, I want to dive into all of that with you. My name's Lark. I make videos on investing. If you like that topic, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a gentle tap on the thumbs up button if you do enjoy this kind of content. Now let's go ahead and get into it. Here we can see the S&P 500 continues its downfall after that major rejection. Back up here at the trend line of trend lines. This, of course, is our defining trend line right now for the major stock index. We are seeing price come back down, currently hitting into an area of potential price support. We'll see how that holds up over the next few days, but the S&P 500 could have a lot further to fall, depending on the tone that the Federal Reserve takes this week and whether or not they are raising interest rates, and by how much, of course. We also see the dollar index, this is the DXY, looking at a potential double top. And I'll be very, very clear, it's still pretty early to call a double top on this. Let's see a few more candles put in to really start to say, okay, look, maybe this is the real deal. Maybe this is a double top. And if it is a double top, that means it could be a big break in the dollar trend. But with so much going on, so much uncertainty globally right now, with what's going on in China, with what's going on in Europe, a massive fall for the dollar on a macro sense doesn't seem to make the most sense. With so much uncertainty, investors want to keep safe and stay more close to their dollar positions. Although the chart is indicating we could be facing a double top scenario. If that is the case, we could see a major correction coming in for the dollar, which would be great for risk assets, be great for stocks. It would be great for crypto as well, but it could just as easily rally from here. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep you updated on how that is progressing over the next few days. But if we break past this resistance here at 109, we could see it rally real fast, real quick, especially depending on what Jerome Powell says this week. Why the heck? It's so funny, you know? We are in a situation where everyone's just sitting around waiting for one guy to say, well, what's the value of money going to be? What's happening in the economy? How Jerome Powell gets so much damn power over markets? Why is the Federal Reserve has so much power over markets? It's a broken damn system, but it is the system that we have right now. And currently, everybody is sitting around watching to see what Jerome Powell is going to say at the Jackson Hole speech. Now, Jackson Hole, it's the Federal Reserve's annual meeting, and a lot of people put a lot of importance on it because it kind of sets the tone for how the Federal Reserve may be acting moving into the next year, what their general agenda is going to be. So a lot of people are going to try to take a lot out of what happens at the Jackson Hole meeting. Obviously, we might get another interest rate raise this week as well. Inflation is still pretty damn high. I mean, sure, it came down from 9.1 to 8.5%, but 8.5% is still crushingly high, right? Inflation rates of that level could be the new normal, right? It's just going crazy everywhere. We see high rates in the UK, high rates in the EU, high rates in many major economies right across the world. USA is not an exception in this. We could be facing months ahead of stubbornly high inflation rates, coupled with continued interest rate raises from the central banks. So that's obviously the big story everyone is keeping an eye on right now. But I want to talk about Bitcoin. I want to talk about the hash ribbons flashing that buy signal. But before we do that, just a reminder, if you are a trader, you do need to get yourself an account over at Bybit. You can long and short all of the top coins. They have one of the biggest spot markets as well for trading altcoins. If you use the link down below to start your account, you will get 0% maker fees. That's right, 0% fees for makers. We also have $4,450 in deposit bonuses, a limited time offer for a 1,000 US dollar Ethereum USD perpetual trade position. Deposit $1,000 or more into a new account. So this is for new signups, and you are going to get a $1,000 position for Ethereum. That is in celebration of the upcoming Ethereum merge. Limited time offers, so if you want to take advantage of that, use the link down below to get signed up. Okay, so Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. So we are currently seeing Bitcoin continuing to just hold on by the ever tiniest thread to the uptrend. If we break this uptrend line here, which we haven't really broken yet, we've tested it aggressively. If we break that line, well, things can get real bad real fast. We can see some of these lower levels actually coming back in to be tested. You know, a break under $20,000 if we lose this line would be basically inevitable, if you ask me. But we shall see how we build up over the next few days, and obviously a lot does depend on the tone that the Fed takes to how all risk assets are going to respond. But we did just get a buy signal for Bitcoin. It's a rare one, but we got it nevertheless. So let's have a little look here, and you can see this is the hash ribbons. So the hash ribbons, this is basically a miner related indicator, but it is one that has in the past been pretty damn accurate at showing great buying moments in the market and usually preceded large rallies in the market. Now that's not overnight. That's not to say we're gonna wake up tomorrow and Bitcoin's gonna be up 50% or something like that. No, it's the start of a new trend, the start of a wider market trend that could lead us higher. And we are getting that buy signal right now, as you can see right here. So that has just come in, that buy signal on the hash ribbons. Now let's look at the previous times we got those signals coming through. We can see, for example, August 2021. So we had a buy signal come in right about here. So this was after the price had already rallied up a bit from the bottoms and came in around $37,000, after which we saw the price rally up to $69,000. So from the time the signal flashed until the time Bitcoin topped out, it went up by $30,000. So that's pretty good performance there for the indicator. Now what about here back in December 2020? Well, that was the time before that we got an indicator flashing here. Well, that actually saw the price of Bitcoin going from $17,000 all the way up to about $64,000 in April of 2021. So that's a pretty damn major rally that started off after that buy signal flashed. Now here we go again. We had a buy signal in June 2020. This is actually after basically months of sideways action. If you weren't here for that, that was quite the time to be in Bitcoin. It was just ranging sideways for literally months on end. And then we got this buy signal flash, which was, you know, kind of a weak feeling signal at the time, to be honest, because markets were so just malaised overall. But it was a buy signal nevertheless, and that buy signal, even though it took a couple of months still in order to, about a month actually, still in order to have something finally happen, we did see the price rally from $8,900 all the way up to about $12,500 before correcting back down and actually putting in a sell signal before the new rally started off. So it was a pretty weak one, that one, to be honest, but it was still one that did play out to the upside. We also got a buy signal coming in here just after the mega crash that we saw happen in March 2020. We did get a buy signal coming in on the hash ribbons. That saw the price going from $6,000 up to about $10,000. So again, a rather weak rally in comparison to the big ones that happened in like 2021 or late 2020, for example. Much weaker rallies by comparison here, but still pretty decent rallies. We got one here as well in December 2019. That saw the price going from $6,000 up to around $10,000. So again, 40–50% price rises seem to be the norm after we get these buy signals coming in. Now, obviously, then the COVID crash happened, and so, you know, it's not a saying that the trend's going to be up and up and up for a year or 6 months or something like that. The trends that you saw here, these were all very short-lived trends back in 2019 and 2020 until we got to the end of 2020 and we had a much bigger trend taking off. But these ones were trends that lasted for a month or two, right? A month or two. Same here, a few months and then blammo. We had corrections with actually sell signals coming in on the hash ribbons. So that's when you see basically us flipping back over into the red areas here. And then if we go back right to the bottom of the bear market in, well, 2018, 2019, it's just on the start of 2019 actually, so just after the bottom of the bear market, we can actually see in early 2019 we got another signal, and that is one that took us from mid 3,000 range all the way up to $14,500, $14,000 for Bitcoin. So that was a major, major rally after a huge just bear market crash. We got a huge rally for Bitcoin with multi 100% gains for Bitcoin and huge moves obviously across the altcoin space as well. And going right back to look at just one more in our analysis here, back in August 2016, we got another buy signal on the hash ribbons that actually started off a major, major bull run rally, taking the price from $500 up to $20,000 at the market peak. So you can see the hash ribbon has been a pretty damn reliable indicator over time, tending to show that even if it's not the biggest rally coming ahead, that it is usually coming before a rally. Now look, every indicator is meant to be broken at some point. No indicator has, over enough time 100% hit rate, right? But it's pretty gosh darn interesting to see that here we are again in a situation where we are flashing that buy signal, and over the last half dozen times that we've had this buy signal flashing, it has indicated at the very least a decent little rally like these ones we had in 2019 or 2020. And of course, sometimes it has indicated mega monster rallies where we see 100% or multi 100% gains for Bitcoin. Now, considering the current market conditions, I don't think we're in for a mega monster rally here as a potential rally coming from this hash ribbon thing. This is more likely to be one of those more subdued rallies. And again, this may not happen overnight. We could, as in the situation back here in June 2020, we could see the markets just go blah for a month straight before that actually ticks off. But we are still in effect under the buy signal and technically moving in a bullish direction according to the hash ribbons. Anyway, let me know what you think about these hash ribbons. Do you think this is a reliable indicator that we can be using to try and base our predictions on the market for? Or are the hash ribbons just, I don't know, a bit of a meme? Maybe it's not really worth paying attention to, or this time is going to be different because the macro conditions are so bad, this isn't going to matter. Curious to hear your thoughts down below in the comments section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.